So I have a video already on how to draft the pattern on this. So what I'm going to do now is to show you guys how to sew this. So guys, the first thing you're going to do is to trace out everything on a pattern paper. You see this one here is on a fold. I have the lining, I have the fabric. So what I'm going to do now is just to separate it this way. I'm going to join each piece on their own, right? And guys, remember, you can always bring down your neckline. If you feel like this 3 inches is slightly maybe too high, I think I might just bring down mine a little bit now. So guys, each one will be joined together. So I'm going to remove this now. So you see this center part now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to also open up the lining this way, and then I'm going to take this. Because of this angle here, I don't want to join the body yet. So what I'm going to join first, because of this angle, you need to get this angle. So what I'm going to do is, because of this angle here, I'm going to go ahead and sew this side down. So guys, this is what I'm going to sew now. From this angle, go across this way, go back up this way, and then to the top of the shoulder. Do the same thing for the neckline. Sew this angle up to the point, and then come back this way. That's what I'm going to do. And then for the body, I'm going to just take one body and one lining together. One of these parts and one of the lining. So you see there's 2 of this on this side. So let me show you guys. There's 2. So I'm just going to take one lining for each of them this way and just join the top part. That's all I'm going to do. Join the top, and then I'm going to bring it back. The same thing for the back panel. I'm going to join the neckline and then join the angle. Then we'll come back and I'll show you guys how you're going to join everything together. Saying here, I've gone ahead and sewn this one close. This is what it looked like before. So I sewed it close, and then I folded it and ironed it back. I also did the same thing for this side. So you see, just join the top part for the 2 sides. So guys, now for the center, you see what I did here? I angled it, cut off the excess by the armhole. So now all I have to do is and then notch the neckline. What I'm going to do now is just to flip this in, just bring it in on the 2 sleeves, and then iron it. Let me show you guys. So this is what the back looks like here. The same thing, sew the angle here, sew the neckline. All I'm going to do is just to turn this in and iron it out. So the same thing for the back. So guys, this is it here now. So guys, I'm going to show you how you're going to join the other side. You see, I've finished this side. All I have to do is just to put in a dart here, and the one side is done, and then I'm going to close up the side seam here, you see, and then I'm just going to close up my side seam, and this side is done. But let me show you guys how you're going to do it. So once you iron the center part and you have the back, the other side of it, all you're going to do is place this one this side like this, and then you're going to join the 2 top parts together where this lining meets the other one. So you're going to sew it from this side. You don't start from the end, start from the tip here, this center part here where the lining joins meets the lining side, and then the fabric meets the fabric side. Sew all the way to the end here, sew all the way to the end here. That's what I did on this side. You see, I picked it this way, sew to the end, sew to the end. So once you close it down, you have the bodies like this. So guys, you see, I've joined this side and then I closed it up this way. So you see, so it's joined from the tip, the top part here. So all I have to do is just to take it in, iron it, and then it will look nice. So guys, for the sleeve, what I'm going to do for the sleeve is just to take one and insert it inside of the other. So guys, I'm going to flip this to the wrong side now. So guys, this sleeve now, I'm going to bring it back out to the wrong side. But in the process of bringing it out, I'm also going to put my hand in there and bring this one along with me, right? Bring this one along with me so that way I can sew it down. So guys, you see, I've brought it out on this end now. So you see, this is the back sleeve. You see where it is? And then this is the front sleeve covering it. So I'm going to pull it to the edge and just make sure that everything is well aligned, right? And then you sew it down. Guys, you need to make sure that the opening is just perfect. And then you sew it down. So I'm going to pull it down and make sure that everything is equal on the edge. Don't make the one on the inside to come out too much, because remember, it's just half an inch that you have for both the one on top and the one inside. So place it properly and then make sure the fabric is on the fabric, the lining side is on the lining. You see the lining is on this side, the fabric of the two of them are on this top part. And then make sure that once you flip it out, you have your side seam to the side, the neck to the center. Make sure everything is properly placed, and then you go back in, go to the sewing machine, place it this way and sew it down this way. And once you're done, you flip it out. So guys, this is it here. I've sewn it down. So now I just have to drag this out, and you see my seam is in. So guys, all I have to do now is just to go back in, use my iron and press this down, and then I have my shoulder. You see it's perfect this way. Iron it down and everything is done. So guys, the next thing you're going to do again now is the armhole. Hold it together, guys. If you're making it for yourself or you're sure of the measurement you're working with, you feel like there will be no adjustments whenever the owner of the cloth comes, all you have to do is just to take it this way, place the lining to each other, like to close up the side seam, because remember this is going to be our armhole now, right? So if I place it this way, this is our armhole, right? This is the opening of the armhole. So all you have to do, guys, is hold it this way, sew the lining with the half and 2 inches of seam allowance or 1 inch of seam allowance that you left, and then the same thing for the fabric. So it once you're done, you see that all your seam allowances will be hidden inside and your lining will be clean. But if you don't want that type of look, another thing you can do is just to flip it in this way, just like the basic seam allowance. Just flip it this way and then just make a stitch down this way to hold it down. That's another way to do it if you don't want to do the lining to lining and hide the extra seam the seam allowance inside of the clothes. So guys, with that said, I'm going to also show you how I'm going to cut my skirt. It's just I'm going to, because I decided to make this for myself, just to show you guys what it would look like, instead of, because the one I'm making for the client is like a flare with a slit in front, which you'll be seeing on the thumbnail. But I decided to make just to make a simple one with a pencil bottom, just attach a pencil bottom to it so you guys can see what the bodies actually look like. So guys, this is the skirt part here. So you're going to cut out like a pencil skirt. You can do gather, like I said before, whatever you want to do, you can do that. So now the width I have here is just my hip measurement, the widest part of your lower body, plus extra 1 inch. So the hip I'm working with is 48, divided by 4 is 12, plus extra 1 inch. So my width here is 13, and then I have about 1.5 for the back zipper allowance, and then the length here, I just wanted to make it like about 20 inches when I'm done. So I added extra 2 inches to it. 1 inch of folding the edge, half an inch to join this body to this. I want it to be like a short pencil dress that has this neckline. So now I'm going to go ahead and insert my measurements. So guys, next thing I'm going to put is my waist to hip, which is like 10 inches down here. On the waist, divide my waist measurement by 4. It's going to give me 8.5 plus 2 inches more. Insert it here. And then after that, I'm going to connect from the waist to the hip. And then down here, the width I have, which is the same width I have on the hip, but down here, I'm going to take away 1 inch from that, just to give it that pencil look. Like I said, it's a pencil skirt that I'm making. Connect it to the end of the skirt. So that's basically it for our skirt. I'm just going to go up to this waist now and insert my dart. I used 4 inches for my nipple to nipple divided by 2, which is, my nipple to nipple is 8, divided by 2 is 4. So I'm going to mark that here, but instead I'm going to add like half an inch to it. Mark that in the center, half an inch on both sides. And then my dart is going to stop 2 inches before the hip line. So that's going to be like 8 inches down here to the center line. So this is basically my dart. And then what I'm going to do is just to notch it on the 4 layers, because if you see, the front panel is folded into 2 as usual, and then the back panel has is separated because I cut it open. So this is the back panel, 2 single pieces, and then let me show you. So the back is 2 single pieces, but the front is on a fold. So now guys, all I have to do is just to cut off this excess on the side, and then I'm going to pick my dart on the 4 sides, 2 of the front and 2 of the back, and then join it to the body of this dress. Here, and this is the body. Like I said, I just decided to just add a pencil skirt. That's the smallest thing I can add to the body, just to make this whole tutorial make sense. So this is it here. And for the back, guys, if you want, You don't have to do the same amount you did in front. Like if you want, you can bring it down maybe 7 inches for the back and still connect it in that way, right? You don't have to do exactly like the same 6 inches, 6.5 for the back. So that's basically what this looks like. As long as the two sides, where the two sides meet, are of the same length, like you blend it into the armhole, it wouldn't matter what, even if you bring this down lower like this and just make it a straight line across. So that's what mine looks like. It has a zip at the back, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.